my speech, I could not decide whether or my topic, I could not decide whether I wanted to do it over persuasive or informative. My speech, I don't know if you can tell from the first slide, is actually my religion. I am LDS, better known as Mormon, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the commandments that were given, the more modern day commandments that were given, and a little bit of some misconceptions. And 5 to 7 minutes is a good amount of time, but not enough to tell you everything about my religion. So I sort of focused on the things that people kind of don't realize nowadays. One of the commandments that we are given is to not drink coffee or tea. Now I can't exactly tell you why as much, because they do have a lot of caffeine, but I am allowed to drink soda. So we're kind of one of those things where it's like they tell us not to do it, so we kind of go off on faith more than actual hard facts on why we can't drink coffee or tea. The next one is when we become 18, when the boys become 18, they are old enough to go on what we call a church mission. It's about a 2-year program that they do. They're not allowed to really talk to family unless it's through email or in letters. Unless it's like Mother's Day or Christmas or something like that. And we have about 143 temples around the world, and they're popping up constantly, temples are. This one actually is the Salt Lake City, Utah temple. It's a very popular one. Most people kind of know what it is. But this is where you get married, or if you keep all the commandments that were given, when you decide to get married, this is where you get married. And it's a little different than just getting married in a regular church here or even a Mormon church. When you get married in a temple, you get married forever. Temple or non-temple marriages tell you at the very end of when you're doing your vows, till death do us part. Well, we believe if you get married in a temple and you keep the commandments and do what you're supposed to do, then you're actually sealed forever. So when you die, you're still married. And when you get married on earth in like I said, in just a church, when you die, that's it. You're dead and you're no longer married. So we believe in families forever. And that's a big thing that my church is about, is we focus a lot on family, on being the best people that we can be, and temple is a big part of that. And this is just the missionaries. And I actually have 2 brothers on missions. One is a brother-in-law. These are not my brothers, though. One is a brother-in-law, and then one is my actual little brother. And one is in Las Vegas, my brother. And my brother-in-law is in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And so that one's pretty cool. He's learning Spanish and all that stuff. And they're always different, but they tend to last about 2 years. And these are the garments that you get when you get married in the temple. This one right here is female garments, and this one is male garments. It's actually our underwear. That's what you wear when you get married in the temple, because you take certain promises and you take certain covenants when you get married in the temple. And these are basically just symbols of reminding you of those promises and those covenants that you have taken. And it just helps you remember, why you're wearing them. And they also keep you modest. So they keep you, when you can't really wear tank tops as a Mormon, or really short shorts or skirts or stuff like that. So they keep you modest. I actually do not wear garments. I have not been married in the temple. I am married, but not in the temple. But my parents and everyone else I know hasn't. But another commandment that we have is only one ear piercing. We're only allowed ear piercings in our ears. We're not allowed to have more than one. And this is actually this is probably in the past 10 years they came out with this commandment saying only in one ear. It was a commandment when I was getting my ear pierced, so it wasn't like a big deal when I wanted to, and then they all of a sudden said no. We're also not allowed to drink alcohol or beer. Obviously, if we can't drink tea or coffee, we can't have alcohol or beer. Another big one that we have is on Sunday, we're not really supposed to go out unless someone is sick or we need medicine, or we absolutely need something. We're not supposed to go out to eat. We're not supposed to go to the movies or do anything like that. Obviously, there are some reasons why you can. Like I said, if you're sick, or if you need to go to the doctor or something like that, then obviously you can go. We're also not allowed to have tattoos. Everything that we're basically told is to keep our bodies pure like a temple, and so not a lot of tattoos, not trying to not put anything poisonous in our bodies and stuff like that. I know we're not supposed to read, but I actually have a quote that I really wanted to, actually two that I really wanted to read you guys about. Out of the Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon is a big thing that we go off of. It's a continuation of the revelation from God, and it serves as a witness to the truths in the Bible and to the divinity and teachings of Jesus Christ. You can find that on Mormon.org. Mormon.org and LDS.org actually have a lot. They are actually separate websites, but they do all focus on being Mormon. It's just separate reasons why they have them. But the Book of Mormon answers essential questions such as, is there a life after death? And what's waiting for us on the other side when we do die? What is the purpose of life, and how can I find happiness and peace now? It says, does God know me and hear my prayers? And how can I avoid sin and learn to truly repent? How can I become the best possible version of myself? And like I said, that is on Mormon.org, and that's just a little bit of what our Book of Mormon teaches and a little bit of the questions that it answers. And it is not a book that Mormons just made up. It is another revelation. It is an extension of the Bible. And you know, at the end of the Bible, Jesus doesn't just stop talking to us. And I just wanted to let you guys know that the church is the best thing that has ever happened to me in my life. And we are Christian, just so everybody knows. People do get that confused sometimes. People also ask if I'm Amish or if I'm part of an Amish community. And no, I am allowed to watch TV and those sorts of things. But basically, all in all, is we are Christian, and we do believe in Jesus and everything. And one other thing is this Book of Mormon, and right there, that's Book of Mormon. And we also are told not to, people get confused on asking if we're Christian because we don't worship crosses, because we're told not to worship false idols. Now, we're not saying that the cross is a bad thing, but it is something that we do not worship. And sometimes that's how people get confused asking if we are Christian. But we are, and that is my religion. So thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to leave that in there for you.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.